We've been here before. In 1998, North Korea test-fired its Taepodong-1 missile, calling it a satellite launch. It flew over Japan and caused outcry in the region. The threat was magnified 8 years later when Pyongyang announced it had detonated a nuclear device. Opinion remained split on whether that underground explosion was a partially failed large test or a successful small one. So far, analysts believe North Korea hasn't managed to miniaturize a nuclear device sufficiently to put it on a missile. North Korea's missile arsenal comprises weapons of different types, vintages and ranges. Often at times of tensions on the peninsula, it's test-fired its KN-01 missile in the West Sea. Its range 100 kilometers. The Rodong missile, first tested in 1993, can fly up to 14 times that far, bringing all of South Korea and much of Japan within striking distance. In 1998, Pyongyang sent the Taepodong-1 over Japan, its range up to 2,500 kilometers. Recently, it claimed it had another intermediate-range ballistic missile, which could fly 3,000 kilometers all the way to the US territory of Guam. And lastly, the Taepodong-2, whose estimated 6,700-kilometer range extends to the US states of Alaska and Hawaii. But the effectiveness and accuracy of much of this weaponry remains in serious doubt. The first test flight of the Taepodong-2 in 2006 lasted just 40 seconds before the missile broke up, bringing only UN sanctions in its slipstream. So what does Pyongyang have to gain from repeating it?
Number one, North Korea is trying to send some message to Obama government. And number two, North Korea is trying to manage the sense of insecurity of its own political system by creating some tensions. And number three, North Korea still continues to a war of nerves against the South Korea's Impartial government.
Since winning the South Korean presidency last March, Lee Myung-bak has instigated tough policies against the North, cutting off the free flow of aid, pending progress on the nuclear issue. The response has been a free flow of invective from Pyongyang, including a threat of all-out confrontation by the army and a scrapping of bilateral agreements. North Korea was high on the US Secretary of State's agenda during her tour of the region. Many see the North's recent actions as a bid for the attention of a new US administration, which is focusing on the economy at home and Afghanistan abroad. Military experts describe North Korea's long-range missiles as of crude design and equipped with poor guidance systems. But Pyongyang is well practiced at firing them accurately into the diplomatic arena. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera.